In my opinion, this is a skill matchup, but I misplayed this game quite significantly. There were a lot of deaths that I had that just shouldn't have happened, but I still wanted to showcase the game because sometimes this can happen. It's not like I always play flawlessly. The main thing about this lane is to make sure that whenever Zaahen engages you, you try to walk away. That is basically it. You never want him to fully stack his passive and you wanna just Omega short trade with your Q and E. The moment you use those two spells, you always wanna start walking away. Unless you know for a fact you can kill the Zaahen. On your first recall you can get Bramble Vest, and that is absolutely huge in this lane. The heal cut, armor, and reflect damage that it provides is huge. What I like to do is go Bramble Vest into Heartsteel into plated steel caps. The only issue here is that Zaahen is their only physical damage champion. So if I were to go plated and Bramble Vest, it wouldn't be that good against anyone else. I am kind of forced to go Bramble Vest anyway because of the matchup and because of how good it is into Zaahen, but I can go something like Boots of Swiftness instead of plated steel caps. Another thing that is worth noting is that later on into the game you can basically always trade your ultimate for his passive. Unless the Zaahen goes for like Blade of the Ruin King, he won't actually be able to 1v1 you even at level 16 if your ultimate is up. You will pop your ultimate and Zaahen will get his passive down. Luckily you can get some ability haste and that will ensure that your ultimate comes up a bit sooner than Zaahen's passive. Otherwise, if you don't get ability haste, you're basically just gonna trade cooldowns and they're gonna be up almost at the exact same time.
down. Rampage.
This is a skilled matchup, but one that is very frustrating to play into. If you want, you can take Exhaust instead of Ignite into Riven. It's honestly pretty good. It allows you to cut out her burst really well. And Riven has a disgusting amount of burst. You basically don't want to fight her unless she overcommits and uses all of her dashes to get to you. If she uses like 2 Q dashes and her E just to get to you, then you can maybe fight her, because it means it will be very easy for you to line up a Q or E. Normally she has so many dashes that it's super easy for her to dodge out your Q or your E. At level 6, even if you're like 70% health with your W up, she still might look for an all-in. And it will most likely kill you, or if not kill you, it's gonna put you at like 10% health. You want to play this lane super slowly and make sure you get to your item spikes. On your first recall, you can get the Giant's Belt component out of your Rylai, or you can go for a Chain Vest, and then you go into Rylai. The Chain Vest is huge here. The amount of armor it gives allows you to tank up her short trades much better. Most of the time in a short trade, Riven will do something like Q auto W and then dash away. And there's not much you can do about it other than trying to get a Q of your own that is probably gonna get dodged by her E anyway. But at the very least, by having that Chain Vest, it means that if you use your W, she won't really put any damage on your health. And it overall makes her deal way less damage in the early game. You can also take a Bramble Vest instead of Chain Vest if you wish. And then after that, you go into your Rylai's, and your second item is going to be Serpent's Fang. Riven has her E shield, and she might even go for Eclipse. And if she has those two, Serpent's Fang is huge here. It will allow you to basically stat check her in melee range because you cut her shielding in half. And after Serpent's Fang, you can go for something like Experimental Hexblade and basically auto attack her down in melee range. But the most important part is to make sure that you don't die early game and you respect her all-in power. It is absolutely disgusting how high it is.
Killing spree. A summoner has disconnected.
This isn't a difficult lane, it's just super boring. What Malzahar will look to do is probably press E on the wave constantly and push you in. But you're kinda fine with that. You have Absorb Life and Second Wind and Doran's Shield, so he can't exactly poke you out. And on top of all of that, you have your passive lifesteal. Malzahar will be forced to buy heal reduction into you and presses E on you to stop that healing. What you can do is buy Sheen into Ionian Boots and then go Spirit Visage, or you can just buy Ionian Boots and then go into Trinity Force. Both work just fine, the first option is just safer and more defensive. You also might need a Quicksilver Sash later on into the game for the Malzahar ultimate. If you are a huge threat in team fights, he's probably just gonna perma ulti you, and you will most likely be a large threat in team fights because you will stack up freely in the top lane and get a lot of gold. On top of the fact that you get even more gold whenever you kill one of his Voidlings. His passive Spell Shield is also super easy for Nasus to proc down. You just press E and then you can wither him and kill him basically on cooldown. You just put up a freeze on your side of the lane and you sit there, and anytime he walks up and your ulti is up, you use it and kill him. Even if he uses his full combo, you can tank through it and then just kill him. That's about it for the lane really. Just play it slow, play it passive, farm up, get your stacks, and then become a teamfight menace. On top of having the ability of just sitting on the side lane and split pushing, and he won't really be able to deal with you. And if you want even more push power on the side lane, you can get a Hull Breaker.
Mankind's corruption spreads no further. Redemption is a hard wish.
Due to the top lane quest, whenever I teleport, I gain a huge shield. And right here, I teleport in place just to get the shield. The moment the teleport cancels or completes, you get that max health shield. And this actually allows me to survive the Malzahar. It wasn't a misclick on my end. Thank you guys for joining me in this video. I hope you found the information useful, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully very soon.
I am favored by the gods and awaited in the Hall of Bones.